What's up, guys? So this is the breakdown for hooks and uppercuts for beginners. So we're starting off with hooks here, and so getting right into it, just a few demonstrations of the hook and how it's going to look. We're going to get right into our stance, and in orthodox, the left hand is going to be throwing the front hook. And again, look at how my elbow is bent at a right angle. It's coming across my face, coming across my body, parallel to the ground. Fist is facing towards me as I'm throwing the hook. And so you can imagine as if I'm holding a coffee mug and I'm smashing a coffee mug across someone's face. And so that's the way you hold it, the way you typically hold a coffee mug. Think of that and crashing that into the target that you're hitting in. And so you're going to be throwing that across your chest and body at a right angle with that elbow. That's specifically important for a hook. Now getting into the stance here, so you see how I'm using my hips and my feet to pivot in and then pivoting out. I'm sitting in to build momentum, and then I'm pivoting out. And I'm straightening up my hip and shooting my hip up. My foot is pointed up as well, my front foot, and my chest is twisting, and my shoulders are twisting. So it's a full kinetic chain of movement so that I can throw that hook all the way across, building power and then throwing it all the way across my chest. Now, of course, this is some quick tiny hooks as well. Just demonstrate that movement in a quick tiny way. Same movements still apply. Now, after the end of throwing a hook, you want to bring that hand right up back to your guard. So every time you throw it back, bring it back to your guard. It leaves you open after throwing a hook, so it's very important we work on this. Here's it from the side, throwing the hook, bringing it back to my guard. Another side, throwing the hook, bringing it back to my guard. And of course, we're making sure that our guard is still up with our right hand as well as while throwing with the left hook. Now, getting into the right hook. So the other hand now, same idea, right angle with the elbow, fist is facing towards you, parallel to the ground. Again, imagine having a coffee mug, crashing it into the target. But this time, it's going to be coming from the rear hand again. So it's going to be coming with the kinetic chain of your back foot, back hip, and your rear shoulder. So all of that twisting in the motion. So demonstrating that now from the foot, back foot is twisting, and then following up, the back hip is twisting, the chest is twisting, everything is twisting, shoulder, and then finally the hook itself. So it's a full twisting movement as we bring that rear hook across. And of course, after we finish throwing that hook, we bring it right back to our guard. So again, the biggest point here to take away is as we throw these hooks, coming back to our guard. Hooks leave you very wide open, and so we want to make sure we're getting real good at throwing the hooks and bringing them right back to our guard afterwards. And so here's a few demonstrations of just throwing both hooks, and of course trying to bring them back to my guard, staying ready, staying tight. And you could play around with throwing it to the body, throwing it to the head, doubling up on one side, doubling up on the other side. But again, just getting comfortable with throwing hooks here. Up next is uppercuts, and so just demonstrating a few uppercuts right here. So the biggest point is going to be how we drive our hips and our chest up, so coming in and sitting down and then driving it up. Alright, so starting off, we're going to sit a little bit with our hips, and there's going to be a twisting motion from our rear back foot. So since we're going to be throwing the rear hook for this one, the rear back foot is very important for this. So sitting in, rear back foot is twisting out, and it's extending up as we point our hip up and shoot it up and shooting our chest up. And so this motion is really how we drive power up. And then we're going to take our fist is facing towards our face as we follow along with the motion. Our shoulder here is going to be making sort of a digging motion as we drive it down and then up. Alright, so having a tight guard and coming in with that rear fist, digging in as our hips are thrusting from down to up, and it comes right up the middle. The fist is going to be coming right up the middle and then soaring right above you. So again, demonstrating right here, sitting in and shooting it all the way up in the middle. And of course, as we shoot it all the way up in the middle, then we bring our fist right back to our guard. And so again, demonstrating it here, shooting it all the way back up, then back into our guard. Now we're going to do with our lead uppercut, lead hand here. So similar idea, again, a lead foot is going to be driving up, lead hip is going to be driving up. And so we're going to sit in it and then our lead hip is driving up as our lead arm is going to be following with a motion. So again, sitting in with that foot, and then the lead hip is driving up, left hip in this case, driving up, and the arm is following along. Again, making sure we have a tight guard. And now we have the idea, right, of throwing the hooks, coming right up the middle, and driving with our hip, coming down and then up, and using the full kinetic chain of the foot along with the hip and the shoulder to follow all along with it.